This episode of Distraction is sponsored by Landmark College in Putney, Vermont, home of the Landmark College Institute for Research and Training, working to discover innovative strategies and practices to improve teaching and learning in the field of learning disabilities. Learn more at lcdistraction.org. Landmark College. We teach differently. Hello, this is Dr. Ned Hallowell with a mini episode of Distraction. Well, the Masters golf tournament concluded, and there were two bits of golf history that I want to mention, both relating to attention deficit disorder. One is a story that has yet to completely unfold. The winner of the tournament, Patrick Reed, made news because it came out that he had taken in the past Vyvanse to treat his attention deficit disorder, and he had been granted what's called a therapeutic use exemption. And as far as people know, that expired August 31st, 2017, and it was not known if he got it renewed, and it was not known if he was taking it when he won the Masters this year. The implication being that if he were taking it, that somehow or other would taint his victory, which I think is completely wrong. If he were taking the medication, it is a medication that is prescribed for a very well-known, documented medical condition. It would be like his taking medication for asthma or his taking medication for arthritis, and he should be as allowed to take that as someone should be allowed to take Advil for an arthritic hip. And, I'm sure there'll be more to come on this particular story, but we should not hold it against people for taking a medication that is medically recognized and prescribed for a condition that is well known and well documented. And then the other golfer that gained mention, Jaime Diaz mentioned him on the Golf Channel, Bubba Watson. And Jaime mentioned me as someone who has expressed interest in meeting Bubba one day. Indeed, I have, because Bubba is well known to have ADHD and does not take medication and has not sought help for his ADHD. And I've often said that I wish I could talk to him just because I think I could offer him some tips, not medication, but just some information that I think could be useful to him. So far, he's chosen not to meet with me, but I hope someday he will. People are reluctant to seek professionals. They don't want to be taken advantage of or steered wrong, and I completely understand that. But if he ever does decide that maybe it's worth trusting me, I'd love to meet him. He's an incredibly talented golfer, and I might be able to offer him some tips that could be useful to him. But it's interesting that here are two of the best golfers in the world. One, Patrick Reed, just won the Masters, and another, Bubba Watson, has won it a couple of times in the past. Both have attention deficit ADHD. One has taken meds in the past, not sure if he's taking them now. Another does not use medication, but they both have the condition. Again, further evidence that this condition can be associated with achievement at the very, very highest levels, giving the lie to the notion that this is a condition that has to disable you. It can disable you, but it can also enable you and be associated with achievement at the very, very highest levels. It's wonderful to see another Masters tournament come and go. That tournament is, in my opinion, along with Wimbledon, the two classiest tournaments we have. This is Dr. Ned Hallowell with a mini episode of Distraction. Distraction is produced by Collisions, the podcast division of CRN International. Collisions, podcasts for curious people. This episode was produced by Sarah Gurton and Christina Torres, along with our audio engineers Scott Person and Pat Keogh.